Hi guys, hey Bethans, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another family meeting. Please let me just say this now. Let me just say this now before we even, get into it and all of that. Okay. If you do not enjoy live streams, if you do not enjoy having a group chat, group conversations, please, this video is not for you. Okay, it's not that you will start it and then you will now start telling me, oh, Betha, you should have just filmed a video. I have filmed 2 videos today. Have you watched it? Have you? Because Betha, film the video for us. Have you? The 2 that I posted today, have you watched it? Because the views are not really telling me that you have watched it. Okay, so don't come to me with the let me just put it out there before we continue. Okay, now that I have said that, hello, hi, welcome back, Bethans. Because I'm saying this because I got some very disturbing comments, and I'm just like, better address it once and for all. First of all, you don't even have to watch the family meeting. You don't have to be a part of it. Like, once you see that the video is long, you don't need to watch it. It's okay. The people that connect, and those are like the people that let me use the F word. I want to say those are people that I fuck with. When it comes to like family meetings. Family meeting is not for everybody. Not everybody understands the idea of being a part of something. Some people just want to take from you, take, but they don't want to be a part of something. And I appreciate every single person that joins my family meetings, because it means that you're a part of this community. Those that just come to take, if you don't give them today, they will complain. They'll go and take somewhere else. And to be honest, it's okay. So please don't stress me and my Bethans that enjoy having family meetings. Okay? Okay. It is our family meeting, like, yeah. Somebody say, bless, I won't beat them today. I go beat anybody who carry any nonsense behavior come near me today. But hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Please make sure to be a part of the community. Make sure to subscribe to the channel before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it, and just all of that good stuff. Okay, guys, I have posted 2 videos today. I'm reiterating that. Okay, I have. So make sure to get updated before you come to me with, oh, Betha, why are you not making videos? Why are you doing live stream? Why are you, first of all, you guys even watch my live streams more than you watch my videos. And so my algorithm keeps telling me that my live streams work better for me. So at the end of the day, why would I do something that is detrimental to me? Like, I need to do stuff that is good for me. And my algorithm says your live streams work faster, they work better, it's more engaging. So why would I see that and choose this? Anyway, the housemates just completed their CAREX task. It's the first task of the season, and it was quite exciting for the housemates. Like, they were just doing all these, oh, chobe, hey, oh, chobe, hey, morale, hi, morale. I miss NYSC, but yeah, they all had their outfits. Big Brother had sent in the merch for the task, and of course, housemates were really excited. They all looked like soldiers. And then Ruboy was killing it for us today. Ruboy was just like, Lieutenant Zita, Lieutenant this one, blah blah blah. It was so nice, and they were all and they were all very excited to do all the press ups and all the how soldiers behave when they're on the parade ground. It was really nice to see all of that, right? And of course, Big Brother told them to move into the arena after he had enjoyed the show, because yes, the housemates put up a show whilst they were waiting for Big Brother to tell them to move into the arena. It was really nice, guys. I have a clip. I'm trying to see if I can just show you what that looks like. Not necessarily played, but yeah, it was so nice to see. And me, as I was watching it, I was just like, yeah, yes, because me too now, as per person, we also do NYS. Now people will not do NYS now, they don't feel relate. They can't relate. They can't relate. But hold on, let me show you. It was not I just I record them. I did now better. It was nice. And then of course, when they went into the diary, and when they went into the arena, Big Brother had told them to, just, yeah, hold on, I've seen it. Now me, they even make noise past. Hey, These people, they don't form my hand. They don't form my hand. They say, better go and sleep. You say no. You must do family meeting. Family meetinize yourself. Oh, they can't keep my vibe. I'm gonna do my video. This is so ridiculous. Knowing fully well that I have full light. So hold on, let me just put the light on. It. I'm going to give it to them. It's just like this, my lights are too full. That's why I don't like using them. They hurt my eyes. But I have to use them. Okay. So they had that. Hold on. I need to show you the video that I'm talking about because I had so much fun watching it. So Rude Boy was basically the one, making the house very lively. They were all talking and just gisting about it until Big Brother told them to go into the arena. Right. So when they got into the arena, Big Brother had told them the first thing that they had to do was to form a group of fives. Like in each group, you have to be 5. And you know quite well that the housemates are 29. So there's no way there will be 5 in all the groups. I mean, there would have been 6 groups if they were 30, right? But then because they're 29, we were only able to form 5 groups. And the last set that were just 4 people, Big Brother told them better luck next time. And for me, I just felt like, Big, you should have just done it, maybe like 4-4 in a group or something. Then make one person a game master or something so that everybody gets a fair chance to participate, because you know that at the end of the day, these things come with like prizes and all of that. But that's not what happened. So I'm going to read out the groups and the people that made up each group, and then of course the people that were asked to try again next time. Okay, so we had Ortega, we had Gigi Jasmine, we had Ibifubara, we had Sabrina, and we had Sultana, all 5 of them in one group, and they call themselves Team Trojan. Okay, and of course their team lead was Ibifubara, right? And then we also had Koi, we had Zita, Dan Boskid, Faith, and Ivata, and 5 of them called themselves the Meta Force, Team Meta Force, and their team lead was Dan Boskid. Okay, we also had Team Victory. Team Victory included Emisi, Victory, Joanna, Big Soso, and Denari. And their team lead was Emisi. Yes, their team lead was Emisi. Okay. Now we had Team Caribbean, and that included Bright Morgan, Mide, Thelma, Mensan, and Dede. And of course, like I said, their Team Caribbean, and Bright Morgan was their team lead. Okay. And then we also have Coin, Ruboy, Tracy, K Bobo, Jason J. And this team, they call themselves the NGZ team. That's the No Gem Zone team. Okay. And their team lead was Jason J. And then last but not the least, we had Isabella, Doris, Kola, and Kocho. They were the 4 people that couldn't make it into any team because they were not up to 5. And then Big Brother had told them to try again later, right? So after that happened, Big Brother told them that was game 1. And for game 2, he had told them that it was more of, a game of speed and agility, right? Speed and agility. And he had told them that the game was called the obstacle zone, right? And basically there were 7 obstacles that they had to, scale through as a team, and whichever team comes first, will become, or whichever team completes the task in the fastest time becomes the winner for the night, right? And then if you went to NYSC, you will know all those things that they were doing in the house, because not everybody chose to do NYSC, even though they had the opportunity to, but some people said they will not do it. So there were a lot of obstacles in the arena. I think my phone, you can't see because there's a lot of light around me. But then you know how like In if you or even gym, if you don't go gym, you go see some of these things. Now, first of all, the first task was a standing wall, so you have to jump fence. Basically, that's the best way to put it. You have to jump the wall, then you have to walk on 6 boxes that Big Brother had put there. You must not walk on only one or two. You must walk on all 6 of them, one two one two one two, before you jump down. Then there was also the climb into a ditch and then walk through the tunnel, come out from the other side, and then go through the zigzag gram at waiting people that column. And then there was a triangular beam, and then the jump and jump and jump down. Just don't break your teeth. Big Brother say, housemates, trust me, trust your big brother. You are not going to break teeth, because he had put like mattresses on the floor in case of falling. If you go fall with your jaw, you knock your jaw for mattress, go break teeth. So they did that. And then Big Brother told them that they were going to have two members of each team play. So one person will play, he has to say something about CAREX cleaning jams or something. You say it, then you do it. When you come back, you tap your second partner, he does the same thing, then comes back and says, oh, CAREX kills the millions of jams, one thing. And then your time stops immediately. Now, Team Metaphors played theirs, and they were represented by Damboski and Coin. And then they finished within 40 seconds, but Big Brother put 42 seconds there. But they finished at exactly 40 seconds, okay? Now, Team Victory, they were represented by Denari and Victory, and they finished within 56 seconds. Now, for the third team, we had Team Caribbean, and Team Caribbean were represented by Mensan and Bright Morgan, and they finished within 42 seconds. Now, you understand why I'm like, Big Brother should have just stated that this will finish with 40 seconds, because they finished 40 seconds, we saw it, and then before the buzzer will now finally ring, it was 42 seconds. So Team Caribbean were arguing when they got back into the house that they finished 42, so why did Big Brother say that this other team finished fast? Team Trojan finished within 1 minute 1 second, right? And they were represented by Ortega and Ibi Fubara. I mean, Ibi Fubara is not so tall, so it was a bit tasking for her, but I love the fact that she tried. I love the fact that she was a part of it, so yes, they had like the most time. They took the most time before they completed it. And then last but not the least, Team NGZ, that's Jason and Kaikumi, were the ones that represented the team. And they finished within 43 seconds. Well, not 43 seconds, they finished within 38 seconds. But because again, Jason J had done his own, and when it was time for Kaikumi didn't stand on all 6 boxes, he stood on just 3. And then everybody was like, I did not ask you people to stand on only 3 or 2. I said stand on 6 of them. And so because of that, Big Brother added an additional 5 seconds to their time, right? And then because of that, 38 seconds plus 5 seconds, that's a total of 43 seconds. Otherwise, they would have won tonight. But because of that, the winning team for tonight was Team Metaphors, and that is the people that finished with 40 seconds: Coin, Zita, Damboskid, Faith, and Ivata. And then Big Brother was like, congratulations to you. Would you like to know your reward? And the housemate said yes. Big Brother asked the housemate, move into the house. I'm just like, Biggie, why did you not ask them? If you know that you don't want to tell them, why did you even ask them in the first place? But Biggie and Ella, now 5 assists. Okay, so it wasn't even surprising at all. Now, back to some of the things that I wanted to talk to you about. Is the fact that a lot happened today in terms of conversations here and there. And I'm a bit conflicted. I think that's the word. Because on the one hand, Victory is trying to explain himself. On the other hand, listening to Gigi, it's like, okay, so who are we really going to believe like this? So Victory had a conversation with what's her name? Joanna, his roommate. And it was even because Joanna had asked him a question. Joanna wanted to understand why he did what he did. Like, first of all, why did you choose me? You did not choose Gigi. Secondly, why didn't you save Gigi when you had the chance to, or at least even save your friend, Bright Morgan? Why did you choose to save Kaikumi? And quite frankly, listening to Victory, I was like, okay. But then again, there was also a conversation that Gigi had with one of the guys. And guys, let me tell you, one of the gists that has been flying around as to why Gigi and Victory, sort of broke things off was because, Victory wanted sex, and that conversation has been flying past my head. I'm like, okay, I don't have any concrete um clip or conversation to sort of back that. So for me, if I cannot prove something, I probably will not talk about it, because you guys, you know me by now. I don't like to speak on they say. If I did not see it or notice it myself, then I probably shouldn't even talk about it, right? But today there was a video that was trending online, and it was a video of Gigi Jasmine having a conversation with a guy, and the guy was like, yeah, that I like, why would he even want something like sex, that type of thing, so it was there that I'm like, oh, okay, so this sex thing actually happened, because she did not debunk it. She did not say no, oh, that's not true, or yes, so he was speaking in the affirmative. The guy that she was speaking to, it was even his back, so I don't even know who she was speaking to. And then the guy was like, oh, that when he heard that, it was even, oh, Bright, thank you, Brian, thank you. Family members, so sure. No be all these people wey go dey talk, they know they follow this. So thank you. It was Bright she was having a conversation with, and then he spoke in the whole, oh, that when he even heard that it was because of sex, that that he didn't see Victory as someone like that. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, so if that's actually why they broke things off, then maybe it's for the better of everybody else. Maybe it's for their own good, because from what they said from that conversation, it was clear that Gigi Jasmine was not ready for that in the house. Like, yes, we are cool, I like you like me, but sex, take it away, and so maybe because of that, Victory decided to move on to greater things, find somebody else that will probably agree and all. But why I said I'm conflicted right now is there was also now a conversation between Victory and Joanna, when Joanna had asked him that question. And he was like, first of all, because when they slept in their HOH room yesterday, that's Victory and Joanna, nothing happened though. I'm not trying to say that something happened, but the room was very cold, and Joanna had complained about feeling cold and all of that, and how she wanted a bit of warmth. And so they had cuddled up, but then they just cuddled up, like nothing happened. They did not kiss, they did not pekasia, none of that happened. Okay. So it was quite, when she asked that question, the guy now started explaining that, look, I get it that me and you cuddled last night, but don't get it twisted. Okay. I'm not someone to, jump from one pillar to post, I'm someone who, I'm self-aware, I don't do that. So if we cuddled, first of all, it's nothing. It's because you asked me. If you had not asked me, I wouldn't do it. Okay. And that's not even a case of, oh, I don't like Gigi, or I don't do this, I don't do this. It's just because, first of all, this is a social experiment, and I have to play my game. I cannot be with Gigi all the time, 247. Like, I cannot play a game that is very predictable. Everybody can already know that, oh, once they say this thing, I'll choose Gigi, I'll choose Gigi. He needs to actually think. So from that conversation, basically he was saying, my head is in the game. I like Gigi, but I know why I'm here. And the fact that Gigi complains a lot, Gigi doesn't want him to speak to other ladies. Once Gigi sees him, with other ladies, she's complaining. She's always complaining and complaining. And for him, that's a lot. That first of all, he likes Gigi. Gigi is like the opposite of him, because he is someone that just acts. But she thinks before she acts. So he likes that balance. But that the girl complains a lot. And in fact, Joanna, you that you're even asking me this question, you were one of the major reasons why me and Gigi had issues. And Joanna is like taking her back, like, how? And then he starts to tell her that, you, the day me and her were talking about whatever, you came and sat on my lap. Do you think that Gigi found it funny? No. She kept talking and talking and complaining, so that a lot was going on between him and the Gigi girl, and he just had to, keep it moving. And that the reason why he chose Kaikumi, he chose to save Kaikumi, was because, number one, aside from him having a list of people that he could have saved, because the truth is, according to him, the truth is, there's nobody he would have saved that people will not talk. Okay, if he had saved this person, they will still say, oh, why didn't you save Bright? If you had saved Bright, oh, why didn't you save this? So that it will never be able to satisfy everybody. But that the reason he chose Kaikumi was that That day when they were having that whole running around, everybody trying to find the red envelope that Big Brother has scattered around the house, he noticed something. They're in the house, they're the ones that see things. We will see what the camera shows us. So sometimes when things happen or when they behave in a certain way and we start wondering, why did this person do this? It's probably because something happened, something that we missed. So when he was speaking to Joanna, he mentioned that, whilst the game was going on and all of that, bear in mind that Kaikumi had a fight with Bright Morgan earlier, right? I had spoken to you guys about that fight. Now, when they were trying to pick the paper, pick the envelope and all of that, Kaikumi had found an envelope and saw that Bright Morgan did not have any. And then he told Bright Morgan, showed him where it was. And then when he saw that, he's like, this guy, okay, this is nice. Just seeing that, he had a fight with this guy. And he still helped the guy, basically maybe trying to settle whatever it was or whatever. But like he was the one that showed Bright Morgan the envelope that Bright Morgan picked without even knowing the contents. I mean, what if the envelope that he showed Bright Morgan was the same envelope that had immunity? So for him, that was something. And when he saw that, he's like, you know what, I'm just going to save this guy, coupled with the fact that, he's been having a bad day and all of that. And so when they explained that, I'm like, okay. So who they talk through like this? Because even when Gigi went in for her diary session today, Gigi, my mom said a lot. She's like, first of all, I take responsibility, for letting myself be carried away by somebody in the house. She realized that, yes, now me put myself for this situation. And right now I need to get my game on. I need to get my head in the game. And quite frankly, after she had that conversation in the diary room with Big Brother, when she came out, she was trying to really get busy with other things and all of that. Plus, Big Brother even brought one of the new tasks that he said he was going to be bringing for them, that they have to be entertaining the house. So today, the game Big Brother brought was, when you hear the sound of the music, wherever you are, run to the closest marked area, because there were marked areas in the house with like black tips and all. So run there. Once you get to that marked area, then you start doing the exercise that is required of you, whether press up, whether, all these things. Just do it, because this week is all about fitness. Even their wager task is all about fitness. Okay, so Big Brother wants them to be fit by fire, by force. Those ones that they think is just to be eating, they need to work out, they need to shed some weight. Okay, so when you hear the sound, you run. And of course, again, that I told you yesterday that they were going to be playing a lot of games, people that will be trying to be the most entertaining and all of that. In fact, they played a game today. If I call you, I don't know, some people that do not have enjoyable childhood, they may not really know it. People that all these body children, I feel no know them. All of those, I call on Betha go come run, come run, go the circle where there's circle for there. You go come jump inside the circle, bam, then you now shout, stop. All of them will come stop. Once they come stop, you now have to take about 3 steps to the closest person, and then the next person. Guys, I played a lot of games as a kid, but now, Olodo, ordinary Ludo, I don't even know how to play, and it's so bad. But all those ones, all those tinko, I know how to play these things, all those tente. Because me, I did not go to a private school. I went to a government school. So there were a lot of games back then that you just have to play. You have to play with your friends. I went to Lagos State Model College. Before you start asking me, Betha, which school did you go? Lagos State Model College. Okay. Yeah. And so we did I said we did. I said I followed them and played the game. But yeah, it was so fun to watch. It was really nice to watch the game. So yeah, the housemates are trying their best to actually entertain us. And, to be honest, I'm enjoying it. Now, after that, another person that had a diary session today that surprised me. In fact, people that I watched, though, I'm not saying I watched all of them. I watched K-Bobo when K-Bobo was telling Big Brother that if this whole nomination process had happened in the way that it happened last week, that he was so sure that they were going to nominate what's his name, Kaikumi, and then nominate Isabella, because a lot of the ladies, they're not particularly Isabella's fans, quote and unquote, so they really wanted to take her out, and then of course take the Kaikumi out as well, because like, what's all this, but the thing did not happen that way. And in fact, right now he's even the one that is saved in the house, so he was just talking about some happenings, the alliances in the house and all of that. Even begged Big Brother to help them send like a barber that can come and help them carve their hairline because he was tying a bandana. Big now told him, remove the bandana, let me see. Big now told him, well, you don't look bad. And in fact, this is a chance for you to try another hairstyle and all of that. So, Big Brother said that. Then who else? What's her name? Not her, I've talked about Gigi. When Kola went in for his diary session, Big Brother asked him a question that threw him off balance. Obviously, Big Brother had spoken to him. Oh, what do you think about your HOH? What do you think about this? What do you think about the nomination and all of that? And, when Big Brother asked him, okay, do you have any questions? He said, yes, Big Brother, I want to ask you a question. And then he started asking Big Brother, like, Biggie, I don't know why people are complaining that I'm the way that I am. First of all, I am a self-aware person. I call myself a lover boy. I don't think that women who you care for should struggle with anything. I think that when you like a woman, you show it. But then in this house, they're now making it look like, I'm doing too much and that the person I'm even doing it for doesn't reciprocate it. Like, first of all, she has told me that's Dede now. She has told me that she has a boyfriend outside and all of that. And I respect it, but I'm just trying my best to show her that I care for her. I mean, I'm attracted to her. She's a fine girl. And when he was talking, he was blushing. I said, whoa, Baba don't love her. He was just really blushing how, she's a very fine girl. He finds her attractive and he tries to show her in the very best way possible that, yes, I care for you, I like you. But then some of the housemates just think, in fact, most of the housemates think that he's doing too much and all. And I'm just like, okay. And everybody was like, so what's your question? He now wanted to know, okay, am I doing too much? Am I doing too much? And he's like, what, Big Brother, I think I'm just going to be myself. I'm just going to just keep being myself and just keep showing her because I mean, I like her company. I enjoy her company. I do this. And then Big Brother now said, okay, so do you think that you're being played? And that question literally messed with Kola because he was like, He said, like 3-4 times before he could get his balance. And then he was like, oh, Vicky, that's a very interesting question. He's like, well, I don't think I'm being played because I'm trying to take what she told me for it. I don't know, Big Brother. At this point, he was so conflicted. He was just very confused that even when he went outside, after the diary session, he had a conversation with Ibi Fubara asking her. And then before I was like, okay, maybe if you show her too much attention, maybe like on a 10%, maybe reduce it to 5 and see if she reciprocates, don't judge by what people are saying. Maybe you should try and judge by action. Let's see if she will also come to you. If you check up on her, see if she'll check up on you. Just make sure that the energy is right. And I feel like she was giving a genuine advice because again, she's a therapist. Okay, so yeah, she was basically being genuine with the guy, telling him, oh, this is what you should do, this is what you should do. But Kola being Kola will not just take one person's word for it because, yes, he went ahead to have a conversation with Mide and, taking advice, like literally taking advice from literally any other person. And Ibi Fubara had told him, you don't need to ask plenty people because they will start giving you different opinions and different things. So just do, as I've said, just watch, just make sure that the energy is right. But Kola will never listen to that. You know that already. You already know that. So that one did not even work out, right? It did not even work out for Kola just taking one person's advice. He had to go everywhere to start asking questions and doing all of that. Now, there was also the Bride Morgan thing, which is, I left that one for last because I'm just like, first of all, Bride Morgan, you told us that you have a girlfriend outside. And then now you're going into the diary room, you're asking Big Brother, what do you think? What was that question? Said, like, Big Brother, what do you think about the outside world? Like, he was trying to hear what Big Brother would say. Maybe Big Brother should advise him on what to do, because now he has a situationship with Mide inside the house. And then Big Brother now asked him, so what are you going to do? Because not be Big Brother you go put for trouble. Even Big Brother knows not to advise a man in love. Big Brother said they take my advice. No, you cannot advise somebody in love. Somebody we know nothing. We don't forget say get girlfriend outside. They know they advise that kind of person. So when he asked Big Brother now asked him, so what do you want to do? He now said, you know what, Big Brother, I think I'm just going to forget about everything outside the house. I'm like, eh? Where that tissue? I don't bring you one for your girlfriend where you go say cry because As Bright Morgan de Otilo, he said he's going to forget about whatever is happening outside the house and focus on his focus, just focus on what is happening inside the house, focus on, Mide, say Mide na im therapist. I say na so, therapist for where? Mide na your therapist, as per when? How did she become a therapist? That is just going to focus on that, and that whatever happens, happens. I say na so, why would you say whatever happens, happens? When you don't ask her what turns her on, she don't tell you, say breast and kissing and do this thing. Your antenna don't long. Now he wants to focus on what is happening inside. I said it earlier today in the video that the girl go cry blood, make she come collect this thing. Make for use and a clean eye. I don't finish that one where they been give this girl. This one a new one now I just open today because I know say tears the yakpa for that big house. Say we focus on, I say na so he will focus on this. And Mide is there upset at the guy because she was having a conversation with Rude Boy, telling Rude Boy that she doesn't understand the attitude that Bright is giving to her and all of that. In fact, going forward, nothing. Like she's going to stand on her 10 toes, no kissing, no this, nothing. And then Rude Boy was telling her, this is just 1 week, oh. This is just 1 week. Don't never say never. She said, no, I'm telling you, I'm assuring you, in her words, I'm assuring you. I'm standing on my 10 toes. We're not going to do anything till the end of this game. I just did it. Because in the verse, I said it to you people that once a girl is angry, that's so they go the jam talk. I said they now like I not be girl. That's what they do. That's what they do because body they pepper us. Body they pepper us. So she just said, no, I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. As she talk finish that one for garden again, they talk to her friend, Kola. When Bright Morgan came outside to speak to her. And then he was like, guy, please, I want to talk to her. That one too now stood up. That scholar stood up and left. She was sitting on the, lying down on the couch, in the garden. And then he was like, please, can you stand up? I don't think he said stand up. He said, can you stand up? She said, can you sit down? Can you stand up? Can you sit down? I'm like, you people, what was happening? What was happening? Like, why is which one? Can you sit down? Can you stand up? After everything, he now came down, he sat down, and then she was like, yeah, like, what is it? Giving an attitude. And then the guy was like, do you know why I've been upset? She said, why? He said, because, I saw somebody looking at you somehow. In his words, said that he was jealous at the way somebody was looking at her. And my mind is telling me it's Kaikumi because, of course, we all know that Kaikumi and Mide, they were the ones that, wanted to be an item before Isabella and all of that. And then the reason Bright Morgan really fought with Kaikumi like that is because of Mide, who is the dominating factor. So who else will be looking at her that will be pissing him off like that? It has to be Kaikumi, And then she was like, then what is that why you were giving me an attitude? Am I the one that was looking at myself? You were now acting somehow to me too, blah, blah, blah. And I said he's sorry, that he was jealous. I said jealous for therapist. Not be therapist to call him just now. Jealous for therapy. Better drink water, mind your business, so because this housemate is there. Yeah, Pinky promise, it will never happen again. It will never happen again. I say it will never happen. Auntie Mide, are you still standing on your 10 toes? Because at this point, like I said, the 10 don't they shake. You don't enter like 6. Then by the time it touch you for breast, touch you for neck, maybe it will go to 2. Because I don't know at this point. I really don't know. But yeah, there was also a conversation. Finally, okay, this is the last time I'll talk about. Okay. There was also a conversation between Doris and Gigi and Sultana. I mean, it was somehow to see Gigi in that conversation because it's mostly Sultana, Doris, and Sabrina, I think, that always talks about Dede and all of that, So they were having a conversation, and Doris said something like that the two chillest guys, I'm actually reading out her words, right? The two chillest guys that are supposed to be Olubaje guys, the type of guys that when you see them, girls go, they die for them, they fall for them, that they are the guys, they are the ones that are now under the thumb of 2 little girls. Now, you know who those people are, right? Mide and Dede. Yes, Mide and Dede. So she's like, I don't understand how Bright and Kola, who are the 2 hot guys, the 2 Olubaje guys, how they are now under the thumb of the 2 little girls. how did that even happen? Like, Kola is frying eggs. I'm like, madam, Doris, rest, because at the end of the day, if now you they collect this princess treatment, you not go really complain. You understand? It's just because as girls, when you're not getting something, it's almost like why am I not the one getting it? You know, but then this whole day wahala and like it's somehow, you know, I think that she has gotten to a place where she should just let this thing slide. You're now friends with the collar guy. Like, leave it at that. The guy doesn't like you like that. So why do you still think there's a need for the constant conversation of, oh, this and that? Like, for me, it is a lot. It is tiring. Like, I don't have the power for it. Okay, just let it be. Even today, surprisingly, Sultana was not talking. She was just lying down on Gigi. And then Gigi was like, oh wow, oh wow. You know, she was not really talking, she was listening. So for the most part, it was Doris that was speaking. And I'm just like, girl, all of these things are not even necessary. They're not even necessary at all. You know, guys, it's just been a lot of back and forth in the house. And I felt like I needed to come and talk to you guys about it. Sadly, I'll not even be able to take any call today because, I mean, of the light situation. I don't understand what is happening, but I don't want these lights to now go out completely, you know, and then we'll not now be able to finish. But again, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Like, what do you think about this Victory, Joanna, and Gigi triangle? Like, who do you think is lying at this point? Because me, I don't even know. If you listen to Victory, Victory seems like he has a valid reason as to why he did what he did. But then again, Gigi also feels like, you know, me too, I have a valid reason. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So just let me know what you think about all of that in the comment section. And also let me know, like, how do you feel about Bright denying or be denouncing his relationship outside because of therapist in the house that is standing on 10 toes? Guys, please let me know what you think in the comment section. Okay. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Somebody said she go just fall finish. She go just fall finish. Oh, because you know when people are vexed, they say the most. I will not do this. Never, never, never. Before you know it, they don't fall. So we're going to look these ones to see, you know, what is true and what is not. But I would really like to know what your take is on the whole Victory, Joanna, and what's it called now? What's the name? Gigi. Yes, tell me. Let me know. Hi, Tammy. Thank you. Someone is a fear man. Hey, well, anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining. I love you guys so much. And of course, I would see you guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Obviously, I'll watch whatever drama is happening this night and then I'll speak to you guys about it tomorrow. Okay? All right. Bye. Bye.